What else do I have up here?
Well, hello there, my friends. We are here broadcasting our Crimestoppers of North Iowa and North Central Iowa, actually, here for the month. And boy, do we have a special occasion here today. Mason City Police Department Chief Jeff Brinkley and Courtney Moretz is joining us as well. Courtney, what is your role down at the
I'm
police
the crime
department?
victim specialist.
Crime victim special, the CVS.
Correct.
Is that for short? I thought that was a pharmacy thing. I don't know.
It is, but it means something better here.
Yeah, exactly. We got the Crimestoppers information scrolling here, of course, at the bottom of the screen. If you see anything, please say something. And sometimes there's some rewards involved with all of that. So how you doing, Chief? We haven't talked to you in a while.
Yeah, it's been a couple of months. No, we're doing pretty good. It's, winding into the holiday season here. And I think that's good. I think fall was awesome for as long as it lasted, but we're truly into winter here. Unfortunately, I think it's going to stick this time. So, no, we've been doing pretty good. So, in terms of trend lines, things like that, we had our meeting a couple of weeks ago. I think we're all, as local law enforcement agencies, seeing a lot of the same things. We're still seeing some catalytic converter thefts. In fact, we had one call last week at a school during the day when somebody was prowling the parking lot on the kids' cars. And so they called, we got out there. We don't think there were any thefts that day, but yeah, so broad daylight, pretty brazen. You know, you see somebody laying under your car when you come out, like you might want to call that in. Like that would be a good time to call the police and report that activity. But that and some ongoing burglaries were kind of the really big things at the meeting. And so to that end, it's good. It's not big stuff, but it is stuff that sometimes plagues people kind of in their everyday lives and is good and inconvenient for you as a vehicle owner or a homeowner when those kinds of things happen.
Well, and we're at that time of the year too, with all these you're talking about burglaries or thefts. There's a lot of packages being delivered everywhere.
There's a ton. Yep.
Are you like the North Pole now, or what?
Well, not quite. I'll let Courtney talk to you about that. But we actually, I don't know if you guys saw this video. The Johnston Police Department, about the first of the month, put out a package video, and they had several other citizens make cameo appearances in it. It was really pretty clever and really cute, and it was kind of an officer guarding a residence for porch pirates and package theft. And so the officer, in his interest in doing his job well, actually interrupts a pizza delivery and knocks the pizzas on the ground and tells the guy to get out of there. So the driver goes running away. And the homeowner walks out and says, "I ordered pizza. You seen that guy?" And the cop's like, "Oops, honest mistake." I didn't mean to run off the pizza guy. And so, we just kind of thought about that, and like, what can we do here? And I talked to Courtney. She's our new in her role as the crime victim specialist here at the Mason City Police Department.
Yeah,
her position's grant funded for 3 years, and we just started it. We're in year 1, and I was like, what do you think of this? She's like, I don't know. Like, I'll do some homework and we'll see what we can come up with. And so an hour later, she's like, hey, there's maybe 5 or 6 other agencies around the country that are doing some version of this. Right. I think we should try it.
Sounds great. Courtney, what's it called, and what is this all about?
We've been referencing it as the Porch Pirate project or just the holiday package delivery project. And so people can just ship their packages here so that they aren't sitting on their doorstep while they're at work or they're away from their home. And so they don't have to worry about coming home and it being gone.
Yeah. What is the address you got to put down? You put that like in Amazon if you're shopping on Amazon?
Yeah. You actually do. Put your name, the Mason City Police Department, 78 South Georgia, Mason City, Iowa, 50401, and UPS, FedEx, or the Postal Service will drop it at our door.
Really?
Yep.
That easy.
You got a sign for it?
Yep, we do if we need to, but we haven't had any problems with that yet.
Right.
Yep.
So I can even, like, all my granddaughter stuff, I don't put Jeff Brinkley on there, right?
No, don't put that on there.
Okay.
I'm going to open it and wonder who was thinking of me.
Exactly. Well, this is such a great idea. And this is the first time, right, that I've seen it around here. Like you said, you kind of adapted it from, some other law enforcement places or whatever. But I'm curious, how much have you gotten already? I know you just started it.
Yep, we've gotten about a dozen packages so far.
Okay.
Oh.
Yep. And people, I just give them a call when their package arrives, let them know. Typically they come right down and get it. So I only have one sitting here right now because everybody's excited to get their packages. So they just come right after work and pick them up.
Yeah.
Harry, this is when you don't want to be home at 2 a.m. ordering things off Amazon going, I think I'm going to have it sent over to the police office.
Well, speaking of 2 a.m., so is there a time limit? I mean, when can we come by and pick up these packages that we sent to you?
Yeah, you can come Monday through Friday from 8 to 4:30, and then we extended some hours on Thursday until 7 p.m. just so if people work a little bit later, they can come over once they're done. And then we're also opening for the 3 Saturdays in December from 9 to 11 a.m.
Mm-hmm. And what do you do? I suppose, well, you have to ask for ID, I would think, when you show up.
Yep.
Yeah.
All
right, we're going to run a scan on you while we're at it.
And, nobody, for the record, nobody has been wanted on a warrant yet. So we're still good there.
That's good.
So far, yeah.
That's great. I think it's important for, either one of you. Let's talk about porch pirating going on here in the area. There's a lot of things I think people just kind of let go over their head and say, it'll never happen to me or anything like that stuff. How real is this situation just here in Mason City and Clear Lake?
Yeah, we've had several of these cases in the area over the last few years. And so it just made perfect sense, particularly this time of year. I think you can, anybody could follow a delivery truck around any time of the year. But I think this time of the year in particular, it tends to be, when you hear more about it, it's more prevalent. You seem to hear about it in, around the state, around our region, and some of the bigger cities and stuff. And so we were just of the idea of let's just avoid it, right? You as the package recipient, you got to file a report. You got to call your delivery service. You got to call us. It's really inconvenient, and it's just the wrong time of year for that, right? I mean, we're all busy and we all got things to do, and the holidays, complicate that. And so we view it as a real opportunity to help take a bite out of crime, in the Crimestoppers terms right now and prevent it. But it's also a great chance for us to have people walk into the police station for a reason they never would have before. It's a positive. People are very happy to see us. They're super appreciative. We've received tons of feedback about this. People just think it's great. And Courtney and I were talking as we were kicking off, like, no matter how bad it gets, it's 3 weeks, right? If the police department looks like a warehouse for 3 weeks because it's so overwhelmingly positive, so what? But who knows what we prevented? And so that's the cool part of the story, and that's the part that is really exciting to us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just thinking of walking through the front door instead of the back door.
Well, that would be a first, Jay.
Well, and maybe it's a word of a good advice for everybody that's watching or even listening to this as well, because we do put this in podcast form as well, this interview. What can we do the rest of the time of year? Because this is obviously an issue all year long. It's just not at Christmas time. And I realize that, what's going on out there, but what can we do? Security cameras, the Ring cameras, the Ring doorbells. What do you advise?
Yeah, those are all great things. Those are great tools. And the other thing it does is it confirms for you who's at your door. Most of the people that we're talking about that are delivering to you are going to be wearing some kind of uniform that you're going to immediately recognize. There are some other cool tools. You can get the doorbells or the door locks that unlock using Bluetooth on your home network. So you can unlock the door briefly while your delivery service shows up and puts your package inside the door.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. You can get those doors. You can get the boxes that actually lock. They stay unlocked until you close them, and then they lock so your package is secure inside the box. You could bolt that down to your front deck or your front steps, or make that so it's hard to carry. It never hurts to meet your neighbors, right? And just be a human and introduce yourself to your neighbors. We actually got a call from one of our neighbors a couple of weekends ago. They had done some ordering online. They were out of town and they knew the packages were going to show up. So my daughter went over and grabbed them and threw them in our foyer until they got home. And so that kind of stuff is also we want people to take advantage of that and get to know your neighbor. They're people too. They're going to get packages someday. You'll pay back the favor. And then report suspicious things when you see them. That's probably the biggest thing. We'd rather show up, investigate, have something be nothing than realize we're, a couple hours behind, somebody who's following a delivery truck around and cleaning out the town, and everything that everybody got that day is now disappearing.
Yeah, it is important to meet your neighbors, because I had a situation where that happened. I looked like a stalker. I was looking for my I had a package, because you get notifications sometime on the, like an Amazon Echo or whatever. And I'm going, oh, great. It's not there. I'm going, somebody stole my package. Now I'm a little bit upset. So then I go, well, maybe so I'm walking up and no sidewalks on my area. So, but I'm walking through front yards and I'm looking for a package and I start walking up to the door and all of a sudden this lady opens her door and I go, I'm just checking to see if they delivered the package that might be in your, she goes, oh, here it is right here. So she was nice about it, but I'm like, goodness, I don't like looking like a stalker.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm surprised we didn't get a call about that.
Yeah.
Never know with Jay.
Yeah.
Right.
So Courtney, I can see this maybe. I mean, first of all, what a nice networking thing to do. The community meeting up with the May City Police Department. You get to meet. I don't know how many people are down there during the day, but they greet you, Courtney, and maybe you have a few others as well that are in there, helping the customers as they come in. I ain't saying customers going to the police department, but that's what it is. Basically. I can see you guys doing this. Maybe if it goes really well, you want to do it all year long.
Oh, probably not.
You'll have to ask Chief about that one.
I got to tell you, Harry, I think Courtney wants a vacation somewhere in there.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, I think I'm assuming your feelings are going to be pretty busy for the next week or two here, as a lot of the shipments are coming in. I know they told a lot of people earlier to buy early and get it shipped early because we don't know how busy and whether it's even going to get here in time.
Yeah. And we actually, the surprising part to us, I think, was we had a lot of support from FedEx, UPS, and the Postal Service. They were super excited because they can send one truck to us and cover all those stops that they normally would have to go make. And so they were really excited because they know packages aren't going to get stolen. One of the drivers relayed to us that if something gets stolen, he has to go back and show like the package the person it was addressed to, and sometimes the person investigating the theft, where he left the package. So he has to go off his route back to where he was earlier in the day to show him where he left the package. And so he's like, this is a huge deal for us. It's a great time saver. And they've all agreed that if anything's left here on December 23rd, we give them a call. They come back, pick it up, and return it to sender, and it clears the place out so we're not sitting on stuff for a long time too. So awesome. It's been a great relationship.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really great.
Jay, you got any other questions here that you wanted to ask?
No.
You look like you got something on your mind here.
Yeah, I know, but it's just too crazy. I'm not even going to go there.
Well, it's Operation Porch Pirates, and it's going on here in Mason City Police Department, and you can easily get whenever you have packages that you need delivered, just have them delivered right to the Mason City Police Department. And Courtney, what's that address again?
78 South Georgia.
Okay, so we put our own name.
Yep.
And then that is the police department as our address. Wow.
Yep, and you can also put Mason City Police Department after your name. I've seen packages come through like that, and then just put our address.
Well, and if you do, and I think if you order online, it's going to give you a notification that your package came, so that will give you an opportunity to either call you guys or swing down there.
Yeah.
Yep. A lot of people too, somebody who just picked up her package was just like, you should be expecting several more packages. I've seen that they've shipped. They're on their way. So they'll be coming in any day now. Just give me a call when you see them.
Interesting question. If things are running late, are you going to do this? Are you going to, until packages are gone, obviously it's over. But what if you do have some carryover on packages after Christmas?
Well, we'll see how many we have. Ideally, I would like to contact.
They go to
people.
You, Courtney.
Yeah, they go to me. No, I'll just contact them, see if they're able to come and get it that night. If not, I'm just going to let them know that we have to return it to sender if they can't make arrangements to come and get it.
Okay. So the cutoff, do you guys have a cutoff then that you can come by and pick it up?
Yep. December 23rd at 7 p.m.
7 p.m. 23rd. Okay. Very good.
Yeah, it's a great idea. I love it.
Yeah. Kudos to you guys. And I think it's pretty great. How many in Iowa do this? You said just the one down in Johnston County. Was that it or what?
Well, so I don't think the PD in Johnston County is offering this program. I think that they were just trying to be proactive about how to educate their community on what to do during this time. But I just looked on Google. I could only find like 3 different departments in the country that had an article about it. And then on Facebook, I found like 6. So less than 10 that I was able to find online that had articles about it.
Wow, you might be starting a trend here.
I hope so. It's a great
That'd
idea.
be cool.
Yeah,
It's a great idea. Great idea.
That'd be cool.
All right, before we wrap things up here, I got a question that's not really related to this, but and I don't even know how much you can comment on it, Chief, but I got a question that might be in a lot of people's minds. And if you can't comment, then don't say a thing, okay?
Sure.
But what's the deal with all of these cones and everything down there on Highway 65 and downtown and it's wintertime now, and I'm no scientist and all that stuff, but I would think that a building would have a hard time exploding and going out on the road if it was, winter. I know I don't even know how it even started falling apart in the back anyway in that building, but winter is here. We're having snow. I can't imagine the snow plows. They're going to have a heck of a time trying to go through there with that 1-lane traffic. Can you comment on any of that?
Yeah, I don't know anything about the detail specific stuff, but I do know this morning I learned that the engineering department has worked out a traffic plan with the DOT for winter down there. And so some of the temporary stuff is going to be coming down, I believe, and don't quote me for sure on this, but I think the only thing that will remain when everything that's down there now gets pulled back will be that northbound traffic is restricted to 1 lane between 5th and 6th. And then I think everything else will be back to 2 lanes in each direction. And so that has been a concern for us going into winter. I think there's going to be some Jersey barrier that gets dropped in today for that lane closest to the building for Highway 65. But I think on the rest of it, I think based on the information that we have that the city's learned, they're comfortable with going with a lesser lane closure right now, but still knowing that there needs to be some repair made to the building.
Yeah.
This has been a Burr and Harry's thoughts.
I'm on it every day.
Every time I walk by his office, Chief, and he's like, "What are they going to do down there?" Well, I don't know. I don't care because I don't have to drive by there.
I've been a taxpayer in Mason City for 36 years. And I love the work that they did. And we're not getting anything fun out of it. It's just, okay, here we go around and around, waiting for that building to, implode or something like that. I don't know. It's like, I'm in to take, you're talking to a guy that skydives sometimes, so I'm willing to take that chance that I'm driving by and that building's not going to fall out.
Right.
Highway.
Harry's got a few screws loose, I guess.
But I wanted to throw that in just to get some information because I think there's a lot of the area that just is concerned, and they're also got just the question on their mind, like, so is this going to be here forever? Or what's the deal?
I think they've got the winter plan together. And
okay.
And I think we'll pick it back up. I know that the city is working on trying to get the whole situation addressed continuously here, but I hope by spring there's some movement on that.
And last thing I want to see after a slushy morning or whatever, and cars running into each other down there, they can't stop, and you know what I'm talking about. So
I do. Yeah, it's a nice long hill coming down there from the Catholic Church. So it'd be nice to get it back to 2 lanes.
You got it.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that, aren't you? From all those calls of accidents coming up.
And that was part of our worry too. If they were going to drop Jersey barrier and keep that 1 lane all winter, it was just going to turn into bumper cars down there. I think you're right. Periodically. So I think we're happy to support this move and get it back to somewhat of a normal situation for us. Hopefully through a winter that's not going to be too miserable. We'll see.
Yeah.
Chief doesn't like paperwork.
Yeah, no, we're going to avoid that. Let's avoid that.
All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us here today. Crimestoppers, North Central Iowa.com. That's the website. And of course, the phone number's right there. You can call that if you see something, say something. It's obviously a time of year where, people, crime is usually done at this time of year because they need a Christmas too, right? Is that
right?
And that's, they're trying to make a buck wherever they can, and the catalytic converters right on the school grounds. That is just amazing that's even happening. But
shocking.
Really
No, it's they know it's the season of opportunity, so we'll do our best to fight back here in a positive way, and hopefully keep Christmas good for most people.
You bet. Chief, thank you. Courtney, thank you.
You bet. Thanks, Ray. Thanks, Jay.
Thank
And, looking forward to doing it again next time.
You got it. All right. Crimestoppers of North Central Iowa. And we are out.